show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get out my...
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The first carry now for Benny Snell. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Snell. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, check Mike 57.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Opening drive touchdown, and 2-point conversion.
Amazing nowadays for the kickers. I've actually talked with a few of them. They're more concerned about the point after touchdown than actually missing regular field goals. So maybe the coach is taking some pressure off here and just going for 2 and saying, I'm saving you for the big stuff later.
He's hanging out by the net. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try. Joe Mixon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return, it's White. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
On 1st down, it's Snell again. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Snell. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 24. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Trying to run for it with Snell. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins, and able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. On 1st down, Dobbins. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. Bring it. Go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 47 yards. Back to Mixon on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down right around the 17. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go again. Here we go. Recon, 132 fighter. Switch. Protein spill. Check. Watch 54. Get that quarterback at all costs. Check. Hot route. Hot.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Shit. You're out.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's get off the field, D. Tight dog.
Snell going to try the right side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the shot.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Ready. Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. That's it. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. I'm coming after you.
On third down, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is in to make it 16-0. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge win for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Boyd. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Carl Lawson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Jackson to throw. Going top shelf for Smith. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now, once again, the Steelers here, they're going to line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
On the ball.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll look to throw here. He finds his running back, Mixon. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 34-yard line.
97's the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check, check.
Ready, ready.
Now Joe Mixon. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
6-6, pull it high.
And it's 3rd down.
Get it.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. 2nd and 13. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. On first down, Mixon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go, D. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Boyd, and down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
3rd and 4.
Here we go. Touchdown. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Anyway.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boyd. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Boyd. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Kill.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Going top shelf for... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. An even 90 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Rush in.
Ready.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. They'll run with Nixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores. Pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here's Snell yet again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Draw play, and it's Snell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you just want to focus on the good stuff.
Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And taken right on the 30. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. And it was the Jaguars who were able to come away with a victory there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. took that in one-handed. What a grab. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Sam up. Ready?
2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Pittsburgh, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town.